Hi guys and welcome back. So for today's video, I wanted to show you some products and things I've been doing off camera when I do my makeup that is actually giving me very glowy, dewy, beautiful, radiant skin, even though I am really battling very dry skin. So once winter hits and I have to turn the heat on in my house, and with the weather going kind of back and forth between wanting to be fall and wanting to be winter, my skin then wants to be combo for some reason. I don't know if this happens to anybody else, but for me, I feel like my T-zone still stays very oily, whereas everywhere else on my face gets extremely dry. I've said for many years on my channel that I do have oily skin, but I have been using a new cleanser that I do feel like is drying my skin out, and I don't want to stop using it because it was more on the pricey side. So I want to keep using it until it's over and just deal with it, I guess. But I have been using some new products off camera, and I wanted to show you guys what I've been doing that's a little different than what you've been seeing on camera recently. So if you want to see what I've been doing, then keep on watching. I will say a lot of these products aren't new products that I'm using. It's stuff I've used plenty of times on my channel before, but I have just been recently picking them back up because it's been helping with the dry skin. So you have seen a lot of these products before. And again, it's nothing new. There's no products here that are new, which I give myself a round of applause for that. So I have already washed my face and moisturized and put eye cream on like I do before every video. So the first thing I want to do is go ahead and prime. And I don't think I've used this primer since last year because I really don't have a reason to use it other than using it in the winter. And this is the Dr. Brandt Pores No More Luminizer Primer. If you want some glowy, dewy, beautiful, radiant skin, this bad boy is going to give it to you. I can promise you that. I just like to take some of it and pop it where I do feel really dry right now. And I don't know if the camera's going to pick this up. Yeah, I'm not quite sure if that'll pick it up. But anyway, you'll probably see it on my skin more than my hand anyway. And this will also help with pores, but I feel like it really helps with my dry, dehydrated skin. I feel like this primer also has a little bit of tackiness, not over the top, nothing crazy, but it actually has a little bit, like just a tad, the like slightest bit of tackiness, which is awesome for foundation. Speaking of foundation, I'm going to bust out one of my Holy Grail foundations. I love this foundation. This shade obviously doesn't match my face. It matches my neck and the rest of my body right now. But this is the Born This Way foundation from Too Faced. One of my favorite foundations. I always use this foundation. Frankly, I should really get it in my pale shade so I can use it all the effing time. And you already know this is my best friend when it comes to doing my makeup, my Mario Badescu Aloe Cucumber and Green Tea. Cannot do my face, cannot do my makeup without this, but I do like to spray my face before putting the foundation on, along with spraying my beauty blender, because it's just an added moisturizer in my opinion. So I'm gonna go ahead and bounce this all over my face. I hope the camera is picking up how just beautiful and gorgeous my skin looks. It looks healthy, glowing. I still will powder because of longevity reasons and the fact that my T-zone will get oily, so I will powder. But I just love the way that this looks right now. So the next thing I will use is my Age Rewind Concealer. I really enjoy the e.l.f. Camo. But it is more matte, and with my under eyes being dry as well, I just like to kind of stick to this. Sometimes I will mix both of them, and you want to talk about your concealer lasting all night. That e.l.f. is crazy good with its longevity, I'll say that. No, it's not time. It's that time. My dog, it's 11 o'clock. My dog wants to eat, and he had breakfast at like 7 this morning. Are you on your period too? Are you on your period too? Which is why I'm like, you know, when you start your period, it just sucks the freaking energy out of you. Now I'm gonna do a little mixing cocktail for my powder to set underneath of my eyes. I love the Laura Mercier Secret, oh, not the Secret, this is the translucent. But I also love the CoverGirl. This is the True Blends Mineral. This has a lot of luminosity in it, which I think just looks so beautiful underneath of the eyes. I cannot talk today. So I dip my brush a little bit in the Laura Mercier and just kind of tap it off into the cap. And then I will do the same thing in the CoverGirl and tap it off. And then I will just mix the two and set underneath of my eyes with it. Then I would keep my head down and just start to lightly set underneath of my eyes. This is such a weird angle. But instead of like looking up, I guess I could look up. But I just feel like this looks so pretty underneath of the eyes. And I just like to lightly set everywhere in my T-zone with this loose powder. Then as usual, I'll go ahead and take my MAC, where'd my fluffy, oh, it's in my purse. That's all right, I got another fluffy brush. Not the same kind of fluffy brush, but that's okay. I'll take my MAC Studio Fix and just set the rest of my face. I still feel like my face on camera looks so much more pale. But in person, it does not look like that. I'm just going to bronze and use blush per usual. Nothing really changes with that. So I'm going to go ahead and use my Benefit Huletta Contour. Do you guys follow Raw Beauty Christy on Twitter? If you don't, you really should. She's one of my favorite YouTubers, if not my favorite YouTuber. And she tweeted out about how people use filters, like I guess on their lens or camera or something. I don't even know how the hell you even do that. I didn't even know like that was a thing. I didn't even know that was possible. Like I really just didn't think people did that. Like, you know what I mean? And the fact that she just straight up like called somebody out. She didn't call a person out, but just calling people out in general, like saying people use it. I'm like, are you kidding me? I just find it very, very, just a lot of horse shit, if you ask me. That's such a bummer. I'm just really curious who does that. Not that they're gonna come out and say, yeah, it's me. I wonder if anybody's ever met a YouTuber in person and thought they looked just completely 1000% different in person than what they see on camera. That would be crazy. I can't even figure out my damn lighting. What you see on here is what you get. My Instagram's another story. I use a little filter on, I use PicMonkey for my thumbnails and like my Instagram pictures. I will admit that. I am ashamed, like screw it, you know. But here on camera, this is what you get. Now going in with some blush. I'm using the Morphe 9B blush palette. This is my favorite blush in the fall winter to use. This is my favorite for like spring and summer. But this one, oh, I just love for the fall and winter. I'll even sometimes dip into this guy too, like with it. So pretty, so pretty. I like to put blush on my nose too. I just do. I just do. Now for my favorite part is the highlight. Is the highlight. One of my favorite highlights is the Wet n Wild Mega Glow in Precious Petals. So pretty. But I really, really pack on the highlight because why not? It's going to give you that nice, beautiful glow. And I am the type, I put it on my cheekbones. That is me. That's what I do. I love highlighting my cheekbone. I know it's not for everybody, but I mean the apples on my cheeks. What am I talking about? I love highlighting the apples on my cheeks. If you have texture on the apples of your cheeks, it's not going to be your friend to put that on the apples of your cheeks. I can promise you. But I love doing it. And I also love taking leftover and just barely touching my brush to the center of my forehead. I do put it on my chin and on my nose. I like to be Rudolph, the glow-nosed reindeer. That's what I want to be. And pop that on there. Sometimes I will be extra and go in with additional highlighter. I really like the Amrezy highlight. You know what? Let's just do it. Let me get it. This is probably the most banging highlighter I've ever used. It's by Anastasia Beverly Hills and Amrezy. What the hell? And this highlight, I'm telling you, it's insanity. I have to go so little with this, but I will just pop it like right here. I hope the camera can pick this up, like a before and then like a after with it. It's insane, I'm telling you. Insanity. In freaking sanity. This is my favorite body highlighter in the summer, spring and summer. My favorite. I use it everywhere. I use it everywhere. And then what I like to do is spray again with my Mario Badescu. And I will take the side of my beauty blender and just kind of go all over my face. Just to kind of tap it all in so it's not, you know, you can notice a difference when your makeup is sitting on top of your skin instead of actually becoming more skin-like, and this makes it become more skin-like to me. And then for the extra crazy, I go in with the Cover FX Illuminating Setting Spray. You've got to shake this up and not go overboard, but this will also give you a nice, beautiful glow. Okay guys, so that is it for this video. I hope that you guys like this look. I know the big time, over the top, glowing skin is not for everybody. I know that. But for me, I don't mind it. I like looking like I got some glow within along with some not so much glow within. I like offending people with my glowing skin, blinding them. My dog's dying. You okay? You okay? Does my face offend you? My glow, does it offend you? Say hi. Say hi. Oh, your breath. But I absolutely love when my skin looks like this. I love the way it feels too with my moisturizer and that Dr. Brandt Luminizer Primer. Love that stuff when I am feeling super, super dry. Doing both powders, I just love the way that CoverGirl has that luminosity to it underneath of the eyes. And I love the filtering effect, like the airbrush look that the Laura Mercier gives. So I always find that mixing the two is spot on. This foundation is one of my favorites for when I do have dry skin, and I just think it looks beautiful all year round. I don't even care when I have oily skin, I still wear this bad boy. And to finish it off with the illuminating setting spray, I just think it gives the skin an extra oomph of a luminosity, which I don't know why I don't use this more. I haven't used it in a while. This is gonna go right back up on my most used stuff because I definitely want to start using this again more often. And I know I've said it in previous videos, but I always feel like this gives the skin just a nice brightening effect and a boost of hydration along with the luminizing. Everything here is for those with dry skin. I want to look like I've been eating my fruits and vegetables, drinking my water, getting my sleep, you know what I mean, and plump up my skin. And that's what I've been doing to make it look like that, even though I don't know if I'm actually doing all of those things. But that is it for this video. If you liked it, please give me a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button. I would really appreciate it. And I will see you guys on my next one. Thanks for watching.